My name is Serenity, and this is the story of how I lost everything and finally found myself. I lived in a quiet little town in England with my husband, Lucas. We'd been together since school. He was charming, funny, and kind, the sort of man who made you feel safe just by smiling at you. When we married, I truly believed my life was complete. And then my younger sister, Valentina, moved to our city. She wasn't just my sister. She was my best friend. We grew up sharing everything: secrets, clothes, dreams. So when she started spending time at our house, I was happy. The three of us laughed together, cooked together, watched films together. Felt like family. At first, I didn't notice the change. Lucas talked about her constantly. Valentina visited when I wasn't home. And then came the little things. One evening, Lucas gave me a silver necklace for my birthday. A tiny heart pendant. A week later, Valentina arrived wearing a much more expensive version of the same necklace. Bigger heart. Small diamond. Lucas couldn't stop looking at her. That was the first moment my heart whispered that something was wrong. But I ignored it, because they were the two people I trusted most. Then Lucas started working late. One night he came home after midnight smelling of perfume, Valentina's perfume. Still, I convinced myself I was imagining things. Until our 5th wedding anniversary. I booked us a romantic weekend in the mountains beside a lake. Lucas looked uncomfortable the moment I told him. "I can't go," he said. "Work project." The next day my friend Kate rang me. "Serenity, I think I just saw Lucas." My stomach dropped. "He's here in the mountain town," she whispered, holding hands with a woman. I already knew. It was Valentina. In that moment my entire world shattered. I drove to my parents' house and cried for 2 days straight. Not just for my marriage, but for my sister. My best friend. When I finally returned home, Lucas admitted everything. "A few months," he whispered. "Months." The lies. The perfume. The late nights. The matching necklaces. I told him to get out. The next day, Valentina came crying to my door, begging for forgiveness. But some betrayals cut too deeply. "You lost me the moment you chose him over me," I told her before closing the door. Suddenly, I was alone. The weeks after were dark. I barely ate. Barely slept. Every room in the house reminded me of the life I thought I had. But slowly things changed. I painted the walls bright yellow. I bought books. I took long walks. I filled my kitchen with sunflowers because the old florist told me they always face the light. And eventually, so did I. A year later, I'm not the same woman I used to be. I'm stronger, quieter, wiser. Lucas and Valentina moved away together, but honestly, that's no longer my story. My story is this. Sometimes the people you love most will break your heart, but losing them can help you find yourself again. And sometimes healing begins with something as small as opening a window, letting the sunlight in, and deciding to face the light. Like, share and comment to show your support.